punish anyone who blocks my path.
The blood that flows through her veins is special, and extremely dangerous. If showing pity would put my allies in danger, I will not hesitate to kill her.
It's been too long, Your Highness. But try to temper your joy, will you? This is a war after all.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. We successfully saved Rodrigue, which was much easier than during his stupid, maddening, I die in one hit quest. Holy crap.
To say such a thing at a time like this, you have not changed one bit.
Don't let looks deceive you. I've had a rough go of it ever since I crossed blades with those traitors in Ferdiad. When I heard you'd been executed, I rushed there as fast as I could, blind with fury. When I got there, I was fed some garbage about not being able to see your body. The next thing I knew, I was gripping my blade and...
It's so interesting, like, why are you such a swordsman whenever you're a magic user?
Gilbert, you have done well to locate His Highness. I am truly grateful. And you, I have you to thank as well.
Oh, it's nothing. I mean, really, he found me.
Well, we are in your debt. I will repay you for this someday, I swear it. And you, Felix, you have also done well to bring His Highness here.
Tell us all you know, Rodrigue.
Yeah, is there... What does the future hold for us?
I'm afraid there's not much to tell. You are aware that the western region of the kingdom was taken by the Empire, correct?
Yes, so I have heard. They are now calling it the Fargus Dukedom, or some nonsense.
If you know that much, then the rest won't take long. Enemy or not, it's undeniable that Cornelia's plan was nothing short of genius. After seizing power, she invited the Imperial army to Ferdiad.
That's interesting. I'm not finding that a very genius solution. I seized power, and then I invited the army, and I'm like, why is the army allowing her to seize power? Let's start with that.
There, she reorganized her troops, and then sent soldiers to hunt me down.
Sent soldiers to hunt you down? But yet, you went after he'd been executed, and... What?
Because of that, we were forced to act defensively, and now we're being forced into a difficult battle. She's been controlling the situation all along.
I'm so confused, because isn't she in charge of the capital? You said you went and fought the traitors from Ferdiad. And according to your story, you went there and they were like, oh, I can't show you his body, sorry. And he's like, well, that sucks. And they're like, yeah, what you gonna do? And so he like fought with them and then left. And then, despite the fact that he was in the city, she then like called the troops back and sent them to... What?
So that's been the witch's plan from the start. I should have killed her ages ago.
Your Highness, Ferdiad is in a terrible state right now. The tyranny is unbearable, and so the rebellions are endless. Refugees starve to death in the streets. If I may speak freely, Your Highness, we should change course for Ferdiad and take down those traitors before we embark to Enbar.
I agree.
There's no time for that. We must annihilate Enbar before all else.
Think this through. I understand wanting to destroy the Empire and the Emperor. I want that so much it hurts. But which is more important, the dead or the living?
Silence!
Dimitri, stop being bullheaded. Or boar-headed. Ha-ha!
No, Dimitri. You will hear me out.
Are you asking me? Asking the dead to forgive that woman?
No!
No, I would not ask that of you. What I am asking is that you allow us to prioritize the kingdom capital over the imperial capital for now.
Yeah, this really isn't a hard choice as far as I'm concerned.
As Lambert's close and trusted friend, I am confident that he would have advised the same.
Do not dare to put words in the mouths of the dead. They are your words alone, even if you borrow their lips. Until I offer up that woman's head, Father will remain a slave to his lingering regret and hatred.
I don't know where you got this idea from, but you need to get over it.
Even now, he suffers. It is ceaseless. As we waste time with idle chatter, his suffering continues.
You are my king. Our king. Wherever you lead, we will follow. But Your Highness, there are those who take up their sword in the name of revenge, and yet along the way, lose the strength and composure to follow through.
Oh, that's fine. I use a lance.
You would do well to bear that in mind. Ah, I nearly forgot. Take this, Your Highness. The time has come for it to be wielded by its true master.
I wonder if this is the thing that you are supposed to get in Dimitri's paralogue, except I kind of didn't, because I barely saved anyone. Man, I was just glad to get out of that thing alive.
Eretvar, the hero's relic once wielded by my father.
Guess who's getting it?
The very same. I managed to steal it back from one of Cornelia's underlings in Ferdiad.
Understated as ever, Father. It must have been a true struggle to get it back.
I am grateful, my friend.
Gilbert, Professor, may I request something of you?
Of course.
I wish to fight at your side.
I mean, you can't join my class, but you're welcome to come along.
Senile already, old man? Who will protect our territory?
I expected it would come to this, so I left those matters to my younger brother. He has my complete faith.
I think it would actually be cooler if he was like, I don't give a damn about the territory. We're fighting for the kingdom here.
I must keep my promise to our fallen king, to my dear friend. A very old one. I swore it nearly 10 years ago.
Okay, that's not answering the question, though, sir.
Now then, Your Highness, let's destroy the Empire together. My men and I will spare no effort. I pray that you are right, and that this will save the kingdom.
Okay, so the first question is... no. So that has a might of 19. That is a might of... So the Lance of Ruin is actually better. It's a little 20. Hit of 75, hit of 65. Lower crit. But I don't have any other Lancers. Like, he's the only one that uses it, so he still should have it. Although... yeah, you should probably equip the Hexlock Shield, dude. I mean, just saying.
Our orders are to capture Enbar by striking the enemy's stronghold directly. How familiar are you with the geography of Fodlan?
Reasonably, I've been through one campaign already.
Then you must be aware that the kingdom and the Empire are separated by the impassable Ogma Mountains, right?
Yes, but we're not coming from the kingdom.
Legend has it that Saint Seros once crossed over those mountains to fight against the Fell King Nemesis. But don't fool yourself. Leading a large army over such steep mountains would be near impossible.
In order to infiltrate the Empire, we have no choice but to go around the mountains, either to the east or to the west.
I actually don't know well enough to be able to decide this. But hey, I'm on the East Coast.
Yes, I agree.
Yay!
The Alliance is currently split in two. Those who stand with the Empire and those who are against it. Leading the Imperial faction is House Gloucester, while House Regan leads those who oppose.
Okay, wait. Admittedly, I may have somewhat overstated my familiarity, but we're going from Garreg Mach. I get that there are mountains, but why do I have to go through the Federation? Like the full Federation, just to get to... The whole point of Garreg Mach is it could access all three easily.
We should take advantage of their internal conflict and proceed east along the mountains until we reach the Great Bridge of Myrden in Alliance territory.
Can I manage to avoid the Great Bridge, or if I go west, I'll be like, no, you have to go east?
The Aramid River divides Alliance and Empire territory. There are many large bridges that cross it. However, the Great Bridge of Myrden is by far the largest, and it is also closest to the monastery. I believe you crossed that bridge 5 years ago on your journey to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion.
Okay, so at least I was going to say, because the Battle of the Eagle and Lion was along that place, but okay, at least they're keeping that consistent.
I'm infiltrate is a possibility, but it's still more practical than passing through the west.
Perhaps our next move should be to contact House Regan and request their cooperation.
I mean, yeah, if I can... Although that's odd. It's like, yeah, if I can work with Claude, but there's going to be another Battle of the Eagle and Lion, isn't there?
Claude of House Regan is the leader of the Alliance and is firmly against the Empire. They are the enemy of our enemy. In other words, hopefully, a friend.
Are you suggesting that we ask House Regan to engage the Gloucester soldiers?
I am. If we take the bridge, then House Gloucester will no longer be able to receive support from the Empire.
It's interesting in this. I know I've talked about this before, but in this playthrough, and I guess the justification for it is that when I was with the Golden Deer, I fostered a better sense of communication between Claude and Lawrence. And as it was Lorenz, not Lawrence. I think I said Lawrence. Lorenz. And because of that, Lorenz was able to sort of like temper his dad, and like they didn't openly side with the Empire. They were just like, you know, not in open rebellion, but also like sort of the same as, you know, the Empire didn't focus on. It was like, we'll just keep, you know, we'll make sure you don't get attacked, is kind of what House Gloucester was saying. Whereas here, they're fully like engaged in a battle with Claude because Lawrence, you know, actually believes that he's the better ruler and wants to eliminate Claude.
There's no way a man as wise as Claude would refuse our request.
Have you met Claude?
And once we manage to capture the Great Bridge and gain a foothold into the Empire,
then we cross Gronder Field and head south toward Enbar.
But if we get attacked from both sides, we'll have to fight people from the Alliance, won't we?
We sure will.
of course, if we get blocked in by the Alliance, we'll have to fight our way out. That means you'll have to cross blades with your old schoolmates.
Is this actually the battle at Gronder Field? Because I thought there was actually a battle at the Great Bridge, but maybe it's just a narrative victory.
If you do not wish to kill familiar faces, do not tarry over the corpses of the dead.
Good advice.
Prepare yourselves. It is time to steal your souls for the task at hand.
You are so edgy. Edgy McEdgerson. I get it, though. It's not bad. It's just funny. I think Dimitri's character was written by Sasuke.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River.
This is interesting. There might not be a battle at Gronder Field, because we're actually allying with Claude here, so it would make no sense for us to fight him later.
Kingdom Army meets with Rodrigue in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. With the strength of House Fraldarius on their side, the time to invade the Empire is finally at hand.
I still wish we could go to the Kingdom. Haha. I got to the end before you did. I got to the end before you did. Come on, man. You got to move it, move it. You got to... There you go. I just had to sing at him.
Even though it's in ruins, in some strange way, this monastery never truly changes, does it?
It doesn't.
I studied at the Officers' Academy when I was young. Those memories come rushing back whenever I return. What are you doing here at this hour anyway?
Can't sleep. I'm a god. Oh, can't sleep.
It's the same for me. Perhaps you'll allow me to join you.
Sure.
Much appreciated. I keep recalling my eldest son. He was quite gifted. In fact, he was appointed a knight at the age of 15.
Oh, we're learning about Flynn?
I still vividly remember the day he was granted a sword from His Majesty.
Yeah.
Dead. He was killed 9 years ago in Dusker. All that returned of him that day were his sword and his armor. After it happened, I said something horrible to Felix. He's hated me ever since. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, what is the thing that really caused you guys to fall apart?
No matter how much you grieve, the dead will never return. No magic in the world can bring them back. That's why their memory clings to the living like a curse.
Oh, that's a very ominous way of talking about it.
The more they were loved, the tighter their hold, and the more suffering they cause.
That's a... Because, like, obviously, I have lost people, and that is definitely not my experience. Like, you do grieve, but I certainly wouldn't call it a curse. And you just learn to accept the loss.
I fear I am not a strong enough man to scold His Highness for his foolishness.
Someone needs to.
Right you are. As adults, it is our responsibility to scold him and help him find his way again. I come off as so self-important, but really, I'm just a failure of a man. Professor, I entrust the young prince
God damn
and
it.
the future of Fargus to you. I suppose that was a dramatic way of putting it. My apologies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just teaching him how to, do well on his tests, dude.
You should know that I have no intention of insisting that you take back Ferdiad. All I ask is that you continue to rein in Dimitri's manic desire for revenge.
I want to go to
We
Ferdiad, though.
received House Regan's consent. All that's left is for us to depart.
Which we'll do in 30 days.
If we make it through Gloucester territory and across the Great Bridge of Myrden, we'll be in Empire territory. You are not afraid, are you?
Nah, not at all. I feel nothing.
Yes. Such is war.
That's actually a very appropriate response for her, though, because she's only ever cried one time in her entire life. She's not very touched by emotions.
I'm glad you were the one to lead the Blue Lion House, Professor.
Yeah, it would be very different if I'd gone with Golden Deer.
I mean that.
Of course. Why would you ever not? Nick!
Yeah, I'll sing so loud that my voice is gonna reach the sky.
Why do I keep making Shamir come?
Is this necessary? I'll sing if I must.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Oh, hello.
Whatever it takes.
I don't even have a choice. It's like, nope, that's what he is now. So, can anyone search up? You don't need to. And you can't. Weren't you already a Great Lord? You're already... Yep. You are not. So you need to be a bow knight. You've already got bow, it's just riding in lance. You can rank up, but I actually don't want you to because you're a dancer. Gonna put me in a trancer. You still can't. Why not? You've got the lance, you've got the reason. It's just fucking riding at this point. Let's explore. Okay, so let's find everybody and do the quests, and then next time we will get... How many support conversations do we even have, actually? Not very many yet. Let's actually knock these out now, and then next time we'll explore, because that'll probably take longer. Jasper and Dorothea. How did they get a rank?
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
It's so funny, you know, with it, because this is obviously the C rank, so they expect you to get it, you know, when everything is still upbeat and happy, and here we are in the ruins of the monastery, and she's just like, I've got just a little request.
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along to my room?
Oh, wow.
Your room? Okay. This isn't what I had in mind.
Come on. A big, strong guy like you. This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
Seriously?
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room.
Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who's assigned here. In fact, I think once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well.
Damn it, no.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume a tolerable personality.
Wow. That's just a massive slap in the face.
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
That's how I see my training. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
I mean, it's not a bad one.
Why not? Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me.
Unless you kill your older brother.
Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world.
I thought you just liked to fight.
I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. But shall we both agree to work hard for our futures?
Sure.
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
He's probably that better than I thought. When someone like invites you to a room in order to make you move stuff, and she's like, "I got a date with somebody else," I'd be like, "You think I won't say on YouTube?" Oh, okay. Caspar and Shamir. Not what I was expecting, but cool.
Hey, Shamir. Your archery skills were amazing the other day.
Her archery skills are amazing every day.
I couldn't believe it when you hit all those bullseyes. Not a single miss.
It was nothing.
I mean, it was something.
No way. It was incredible. You were incredible. You gotta teach me how to shoot.
Maybe.
That sounds like a yes to me. Are you free tomorrow?
Okay, no. Look, Caspar, I know that you are, as far as the game is concerned, new to Garreg Mach, and you don't know that I actually had to go through a orientation in college where they taught me that if you're talking and hitting on a girl and she says no, it means no. If she says maybe, it means that she's just being nice and not wanting to hurt your feelings. Means no. If she says yes, it means she's drunk. Still no. Literally, that's what they said.
Maybe. No promises, though.
Come on, Shamir, don't be like that. Wait, is this because you don't think I'm good enough? Oh, that can't be it.
Yeah, there's no possible way.
It's nothing personal. As someone born in Dagda, I'm not very fond of the Empire.
Well, it sounds kind of personal.
Dagda? Where is... Oh, you mean where they had that war with the Empire a few years back? The country west of Fodlan. Across the ocean. That Dagda?
That Dagda. But that is behind us.
I had no idea. I understand why you'd hate the Empire so much, though. My father was a major general in that war. He led an entire army.
That may not be the best thing to say at this point.
If I were you, I definitely wouldn't want to train the son of someone who killed all those Dagdans.
You misunderstand. I harbor no ill will toward your generation.
Huh? Well, then what does this have to do with you teaching me how to shoot?
I simply have other commitments.
No, that doesn't make sense.
I don't have the time to teach everyone, so I can't make any promises.
That's your reason? You're just too busy? I thought you hated me.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty reasonable conclusion based on what she said.
I guess I had nothing to worry about. In that case, I'm excited to get to know you better. Let's leave all that Dagda and Empire stuff in the past.
I'll look forward to fleshing that out in the next playthrough. Because obviously Caspar's stuff, I'm not as, super critical about making sure we get it all. Oh, good. They finished up.
Why are you sighing at me like that? Is my face really so hopeless?
Ingrid, I am trying to think of something polite to say right now. It's as if you have no experience dressing elegantly. At all.
Well, I mean, she doesn't. She doesn't care about that.
I mean, I don't. Dorothea, I appreciate you taking the time, but yes, we're in the middle of a war. It hasn't been my top priority.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be so hard on you. I was just surprised, is all. A gal like you, you're a beautiful young noblewoman who somehow has no experience with either makeup or fashion.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, though.
This is basic stuff, Ingrid. The basics of the basics, really.
It may be basic for you, but I'm only just now learning. Annette has been taking the time to show me, actually.
I'm actually glad they referenced that.
Still, I can't believe you didn't know anything about it before her.
I was just never interested before. Even as a child, it never appealed to me. Fussy, pretty things always felt unnecessary.
That's because they were.
And gussing myself up to attract someone has never played an important part in my pursuits as a knight.
Makes sense.
But you've piqued my interest in all this.
How?
It's not like I'd be dressing myself up just to attract someone. I'd be dressing up for the occasion, specifically. Even if I don't dress up any other time, a special occasion such as this is a good reason to try it out.
Well, yeah. That's why we dress up when we go out. You might meet someone, and you want to look your best, don't you? Get their attention, lure them in.
I mean, I do feel like one of the problems with Dorothea's character is she is entirely too dependent on others to be happy.
That's the exact opposite of what I just said. You said previously that dressing up for the occasion is reason enough.
Oh, I just said that so you wouldn't run off screaming.
God damn it.
I see.
My real point is that you're quite lovely even before getting all fixed up. Absolutely bewitching, in fact. So when I'm finished with you, well, someone looking at you could be forgiven for wanting to pounce.
But that's not what she wants at all.
Could they be? I don't know that I'd forgive them.
Oh, I know. That's why just before I lunge, I'm gonna ask
damn it.
permission.
Permission is not granted. Ever. Just back off.
Wow. Okay, that's not a very... and that's the end of it. That's like... I almost said that's where that ends, because clearly that end of it comment was not clear enough without adding that's where that ends. But wow, so they just don't actually become friends at all.
War isn't kind to you if you're a recluse. By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out.
But yet you're still hiding in your room.
Oh, that'd be awful. Just terrible. Okay, Professor, I get it. I know I'll have to come out.
Alright. So let's go down here and make sure to do our gardening before we forget. Because forgetting is bad. Hi, Hilda. Wow. Have to like really go for the expensive stuff just to get a kind of decent yield.
Claude says he's on our side. I know everything will be fine if we leave it to him. He may act like a layabout, but he's actually smart. And although Claude isn't honest about some things, you can trust him when it counts.
Again, I'm really curious how the Grunder Field battle is going. Will Claude just not show up and it'll be led by Lorenz?
No, I'm sure it'll be fine. That's just my gut feeling, but still.
That's a possibility, actually. That's interesting. And again, I don't know that that's going to happen. I'm just speculating. Arcane crystal.
Okay.
Don't you at me? Hello, Ash.
The area around Castle Gaspar, where I was living, is under the control of House Rowe, who have submitted to the Empire.
Alright, sounds correct.
If I hadn't come to Garreg Mach, I might have ended up as your enemy at ALL.
Yeah, it's possible.
That thought makes me really happy to be here now. I don't think I would have been able to handle facing all of you in battle.
Yeah, I would have like kicked the crap out of you. It's interesting that they have that line in there. Like, obviously we know that that's exactly what happened, but...
I need your help.
Okay, so next time we will explore the rest of this place, talk to everyone. I'm also going to go ahead and between this episode and the next, go out and actually... what am I trying to say?
What?
Go out and do all of the meals I'm going to do to see if we have other like social things to do. So I usually do that and then do that on the second one, but there were just so few of them. It seemed like a better idea. Hi, kitty. Have a fishy. Have a big old fishy. All right. See you next time, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in.